Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And we're underway. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Oh, he's really looking like he's on the very top of his game here.
Keeper's dealt with that. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Oh, sweet feet. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And it's lofted through here. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Bergomi does well to stand firm and defend it. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Knocks it into space. And the ball is out of play. Costa Curta. Barcelona yet to have an attempt on goal. And it's Neymar. Tries to play it through. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Oh, there's a probing ball. Messi. Now it's Neymar. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. And it's Vieira. Bellingham. Played out wide. Davis. Davis is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Zico. Delivers the ball. Madrid upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Caresses it through. And the Sar breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Mbappe. Messi. Costa Curta. Cannavaro. 30 minutes gone. And it's Van Basten. Now he's got space here. Shot a goal! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Messi plays it short. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. And now they can spring out of defence. And here's Messi. Costa Curta. Messi. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. And it's Gerrard. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Bellingham. Now it's Van Basten. Davis. Looking for the run. And this is Van Basten. And the shot! It's in! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Madrid penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause. OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And he's managed to get free. Neymar with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength, the sort of desire we hope will spread.
Costa Curta. Cannavaro. Madrid looking to pass their way through. Out towards the flank. Now Costa Curta. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Bellingham! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
They've played it short. That's good play. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Messi goes short. Played into the middle. And the keeper gets his hands on it. And there is the half-time whistle. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 24, Gerard, será sustituido por el dorsal 23, Yaya Touré.
So there's going to be another change here.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
El dorsal 23.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Oh, that's delightful. Now it's Van Basten. Davis. Now it's Bellingham. Great chance! Really well taken goal. And there's the goal they've been looking for. Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
And it's Messi. Nicely weighted ball. And he's in on goal. And he's straight offside. Comes under pressure and it's come loose. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Bellingham. Messi. Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Big chance, corner.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Madrid are looking to go forward now. Costa Curta. Cannavaro. Costa Curta. Neymar. And it's Vieira. For Van Basten. Solid defending, refused to be out-muscled. That's a cute ball. Ibrahimovic.
Eto'o really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Corner number 2 then. And he's there to clear it. And now a sudden chance to counter. Messi powering forward here. He has found the way through. Real chance! That's beautifully... And the finish! And this is... And another try! Yes, it's in! That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Davis drives forward on the overlap. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now it's Eto'o. It's a promising position. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Barcelona have their third corner. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Can he get it through? Oh, played through for the wide man. And it's Bellingham. Thinks one through. Oh, smashing header! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Cannavaro can get it clear.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job.
Mbappe takes a shot! Sticks it away!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Madrid take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Now this is Eto. Oh, that was brilliantly defended. Barcelona get their 4th corner. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Searching pass he's played there. No luck with that dink over the top. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Mbappe. Madrid clearly now in lead preservation mode. Costa Curta has a look and plays it forward. Pinches it off him. Great vision. Can he get on the end of this? Maradona. Messi looking to add to his goal. And it's Davis. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Now it's Hullet. Just eases him off the ball. Mbappe. Well, that looks a decent ball. Picked out brilliantly. It's Van Basten! Oh, it's come off the upright. Relentless! Just relentless! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just... That's that, the end. Barcelona cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
Well, Wayne Rooney's role today will be crucial. We all know of his qualities as a goal scorer, but a lot's going to be expected from his creativity too. It's very rare for a striker to have such wonderful vision.
Yeah, he's a player whose performances always have an influence on the game one way or another.
Yeah, he's going to have to play the role of distributor, ball carrier and link man, and sometimes even track back. But he can do it all. He has an incredible work rate and an insatiable desire for victory.
Well, if he did just miss it, we are up and running already. And the through ball. And that is expertly dealt with. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And he's picked it up out wide. Rooney. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Danger averted for now. That has ended up in no man's land. Thuram. He rises! No, he didn't quite meet it right.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Nicely aimed pass. And it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. It is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
That's headed upfield. And here's Ibrahimovic. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Valverde. Saka. Saka going face-to-face with his great rival. Out to the right. And it's Hullet. Nicely weighted ball. Valverde promptly onto that, and that is that. No goals as yet. Now it's Hazard. Bergomi spots it and intercepts. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Eto'o. He's shifting through the gears here. Well timed, excellent interception. Hazard. Now this is an adventurous run down that left-hand side. Messi gets into some space. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. That pass isn't the best. Valverde tries to pass it through. Atletico Mineiro are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
Oh, what has happened here? Platini. And he's quick to get it clear again. It's a throw-in. Cleared without complication. This looks promising. Neymar. Now it's Zico. Now it's Hazard. He's picked his way through. It's Rooney! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Rooney has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
That is a great pick out. And the finish! That's another chance! Oh, and that is really good tenacity.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And now they can spring out of defence. And he's being shifted off it. Neither side giving way. It has been tight. Not the most convincing of passes. Saka. Pops him off it and wins back the ball. Pull it. It's a pretty loose pass. Valverde. Gerrard. Played into space. And he's there to retrieve it. That's a cute ball. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Saka. And it's Hazard. And it's Zico. Oh, super! Messi! The captain scores!
Well, I can tell you that'll definitely liven up the half-time team talk. Scoring first is always a plus, but scoring with that level of quality will surely lift every member of that team now.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just wait.
And there's the end of the first half. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Here we go again.
Barcelona can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
White goes long. Decent progress down the left. Platini could try cutting inside here. Corner number 2 then. And he's taking no chances there. Knocks it into space. Oh, now here's an interesting match. Oh, what a climb! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
White is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. And here's Rooney, played out towards the right wing. Rooney.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
That is good alertness. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Over to the left. Engages and forces him off the ball. Barcelona still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Now it's Neymar. Shifted it to the flank. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
In with the challenge. That'll do under the circumstances. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
White, he's found a way through, and here's Messi. Rooney, well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Probing pass, Platini looking to run onto it. Atletico Mineiro choosing to make the first change, and the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of go make a nuisance of yourself.
Substituição em andamento.
Gabriel, your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
Aimed beyond the defence. Ferdinand did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Chance! He scored! Right back in it! Almost no time remaining. Game still on. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
That has certainly made things interesting. But, oh, he's been caught napping! Iniesta crosses. Terrific header! And somehow he managed to miss it.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Tries to play it through. No, he's just misjudged that one.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And he's had it nicked away. And it's Davids. That is a brilliant interception. Looking to play him in. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Haaland getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Well, it's going to make for a frantic end, Peter. Let's hope he's got enough time to make the impact he wants.
Camisa 21, camisa 2.
Chiellini powering forward here. Iniesta takes a look up. Deep cross. It's a mighty effort! Another fruitless header.
Barcelona really can do themselves a massive favour by making good use of this spell now. Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Oh, good spread. Now it's Messi. Looking for the run. Haaland is onto this. Expertly cut out. Really nicely done. Searching pass he's played there. Oh, well played, well sorted out. White. Rice. Messi in acres of space out wide. Ribery. Played into space out wide. And he's picked out the run. That's clear cut. It's a free kick. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The
everybody,
game yet
and
to kick
welcome
off.
to today's
The
match.
excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
There's the golden nugget, that is Paul Scholes, one of the game's unsung heroes.
And nothing seems to change him. All that adulation, he's the same bloke.
Agreed, but on a world level, he ought to have higher status. But he's never been one for hugging the limelight. He just loves being the quiet assassin.
Has a look and plays it forward. Rice. Galatasaray finding their passes.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Now it's Rice. That's been cut out, well played. Eto. That has not gone well. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. A probing pass. Not the most accurate pass. Scholes. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Scholes. And this is Bale.
Bale really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And the shot! Pass somewhat off target. Barcelona yet to have an attempt on goal. Scholes. Cleared without complication. And that's aimed into the middle. Oh, well played, well played. This might go for a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Osimhen really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Punched away. Now, can they get him away? Roberto Carlos picks it up out wide. Scholes with the cross. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. He can get that clear. Aimed beyond the defence. It's going to be another throw. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Goes long and straight. Searching pass he's played there. Oh, super find. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Scholes.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And here's Osimhen. Looking for the run. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Rice. Looking to play him in. He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Baresi gets it clear. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Scholes. Great vision. Not the most convincing of passes. Roberto Carlos. Gets a good foot in there. Scholes. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And it's Scholes. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. And he's played it back.
He had nobody else to help out there.
Scholes. And this is Roberto Carlos. And it's played in. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. He's got full. And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Scholes. Rice. Scholes. Looking for options for movement. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass detail, did he?
Added time.
Osimhen! And it's Rice. Swings it across. Big chance! And there is the half-time whistle. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0.
Everyone, please welcome to the field our players.
And the action is back on the way.
Barcelona really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
Quality ball. Looking for a run-up. And that is expertly dealt with. Zico. Eto'o. And that is as far as they're going to go. Marquinhos. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Scholes. Roberto Carlos. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Scholes. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Saliba. And it's Scholes. And it's Rice. Passing is crisp and sharp. Zico. And here's Bale. Bale is fouled. Roberto Carlos. Now there's a fine ball. That looks a good cross. Ferdinand can get it clear. Eto'o.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Good ball, good take. The referee's awarded a free kick. Decent enough try.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Oh, we're still waiting for a goal to report here. Roberto Carlos. Just about up to the hour now. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. And he has been fouled there. Roberto Carlos is very much the model of the modern-day fullback.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Marquinhos and Scholes. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Baresi. And it's Rodri. Saliba. Van Dijk. Now Saliba. And it's Scholes. And it's Rice. And he's forced to go back. Roberto Carlos takes on his marker. Baresi. And it's Roberto Carlos. Barcelona are looking to break at pace. Marquinhos. Here's Roberto Carlos. Half an hour gone in the second half. Roberto Carlos. And Marquinhos. And it's Roberto Carlos. Van Dijk. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Scholes. Osimhen. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And it's Roberto Carlos.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Rice. Scholes. Knocks it out wide. Zico. It's a pretty loose pass. Osimhen.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And it's Zico. Now he's got space here. Good read, needed to be.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Marquinhos. Oh, there's a probing ball. That's a shade optimistic. And the referee brings it to a close. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And that gets things running. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, N'Golo Kante. He is only one midfielder, but it often feels like he does the work of two or three. He's got exceptional awareness for danger and the stamina to make sure he can go and snuff it out over and over again if required. He's also exceptional in the tackle, and when you watch him in the latter parts of a game, 90th minute plus, he looks as if he's in the first five.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. And here's Torres. Plays it in low. Vieira gets rid without sophistication. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Neymar. Oh, that is a nice touch. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
Yeah, they look as if they're intent, Peter, on stopping him outside the laws of the game, so the referee is going to have to be very alert here.
Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, that's well spotted. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Solid defending. Can he finish? Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. And here's Neymar. Steaming. It's Neymar! Oh, crossbar! Oh, nicely intercepted. Alexander-Arnold. No, he's not getting past him there. And he has been fouled there. Well, that is one way to stop him. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. Neymar! Neymar plays it short, crosses it in, and now they can spring out of defence. Great defending, strong and determined. Barcelona yet to have an attempt on goal. Can he get it through? It's a promising position. Mbappe! Conte! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Beckenbauer. Looking to play him in. And this is Eto'o. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Played in by Eto'o.
Well, they were never going to allow him to receive that. Such close attention. They're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well,
Up he goes! Goal! It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And they win it back again. Oh, that's delightful. Probing pass, well read, and the danger is averted. Nedved, and the counter is on. He's found a way through. Eto. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Casillas gets it clear.
Barcelona certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
That's a cute ball. That pass has been well intercepted. DiMarco. Wilshere. And it's DiMarco. And that's a throw-in. Played it early, cleared away. Mbappe touches it back. Now it's Eto. Great vision. Wilshere. Now that looks a decent ball. Neymar.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
Gerrard. Spread it left. Wilshere. And it's Neymar. Now he's got space here. There's the shot! In for the pieces! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And he's taking no chances there. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
He's shifting through the gears. Ibrahimovic! He scored! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Barcelona grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Not the most accurate pass. Oh, good spread. Bastoni. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Conte. Neymar. Oh, good-looking ball. That looks a cracking ball. Wilshere. And it's Neymar. Knocks it into space. DiMarco is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Bastoni is there, and he can get that clear.
Well, I'm hoping for a nice open second half now. It's there to be won.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. Alexander-Arnold. Bastoni, pass somewhat off target. Picks it on the finish! Goal! Barcelona! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
And now he has two. Barcelona take the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Beckenbauer. Conte. And Neymar. And here's Mbappe.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
He's a sharp little ball here. Chiellini wins the duel this time. Well read, nice interception. Neymar. There they go, hunting in packs. Neymar will not want... Can he finish? They've done it! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
So smooth. A signature finish.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
This is quite a battle.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Neymar unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. DiMarco.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now that's well seen too.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And this is Ibra. And he's let fly! Off the post! Conte. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Tries to play it through. He's big. And pull it! Cleared without hesitation. Conte. Wilshere. Beckenbauer. That is good alertness. Well timed, excellent interception. And this is Ibrahimovic. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
DiMarco. Ball's gone out of play. So here comes the substitution.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though not quite able.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 11, Ibrahimovic. El dorsal 24,
The
Gerard.
final 5
El
minutes.
dorsal 7 serán
That has not gone
sustituidos
well.
por el dorsal
And no,
10.
that is pretty much
el
the end of
dorsal
that.
21, el dorsal 13.
And it's been played through. He's picked his way through. And it's hoisted clear.
Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Habrá 3 minutos de
It's
descuento.
gone all the way through to the keeper. And the number on the board is 3.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Ødegaard. Bastoni. Ødegaard. Tries to pass it through. Oh, cracking ball. Fernando Torres shapes to shoot!
That's just...
So nearly the total turnaround. They simply ran out of time. It has ended all square. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the
Hello, everybody,
camaraderie.
and welcome
The
to
fans have
today's
pulled out
match.
all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do
Everyone,
ordinary,
please welcome
and we
the
should be in for
sides.
something very special. So that's got things underway. Lorenzo Insigne looking every bit the turbocharged menace that he is. He's raring to go here.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of his, Peter. Very technically astute, and he uses his pace really well. He's a great threat in and around the box, and he can beat defenders with a little bit of skill or just drag them out of position.
He certainly puts in the hard yards, doesn't he?
And then some.
That has been cut short. And here's Mohamed Salah. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Now that looks a decent ball. Ferdinand makes the interception. That's been cut out, well played. This looks promising. Cannavaro calmly anticipates. Lorenzo Insigne, he has found a way through. Insigne crosses. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Robertson. Insigne. And that's a throw-in. Passing is crisp and sharp. Tries to play it through. Played in by... Big header! Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Vieira wins the duel this time. Barcelona still without a single shot on target. It's a promising position. It's Salah! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Mohamed Salah is offering a wry smile there.
And now they can spring out of defence.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And he lines up a cross. Well read. And the danger is averted. That's a cute ball.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Cannavaro. Played out to the right. Looking to play him in. Platini gets into a good position. And now a sudden chance to counter. Tries a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! And it's Çalhanoğlu. Neto tries to pass it through. Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there. Belletti. Salah. Bergomi going full steam ahead down the left flank. Rijkaard. Platini. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mohamed Salah carries the ball down the right. Davids. Pull it. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
That's good vision. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Belletti. Very nicely done. Good spot, that. And it's Eto'o. And he's forced to go back. And here's Mohamed Salah. And here's Platini. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Eto'o. He's a sharp little ball here. Ibrahimovic. Rooney. Cleared without complication. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Can he get it through? That ball looks a good one. I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Eto'o. And it's Michel Platini. Spread it left. Oh, important interception. Great chance! And it's a goal! With half-time at hand. Perfect timing. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time.
Oh, shooting chance! Ambitious, but just off target.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
No, that's been intercepted. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And we are already promptly back underway.
Barcelona really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything. Pretty robust defending.
Looking for a runner. Played into space out wide. Chance here to counter. Oh, played through for the wide man. Gehi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Belletti. Platini. To Çalhanoğlu. Now it's Insigne. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Played back in. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Has a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And the keeper beats it away. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, that's fabulous. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Some good work on the right flank here. Hit into them, terrific header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
Cannavaro. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. Rooney. And he welcomes it in. Çalhanoğlu. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Mohamed Salah has it in a wide position. Up he goes! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
And the finish! And that has been cleared. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And he's gone direct here. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Threads one in. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Somewhat off target. And it's Belletti. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Yehi. He's chosen to go back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Robertson proves just a little bit too strong.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Substitution on the field.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Coming on to replace him is number 4, Gabriel Martinelli.
Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Played into the box. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, just Mohamed Salah! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
Substitution on the field, number 11.
So there's going to be another change here. And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of go make a nuisance of yourself.
Belletti. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Platini. And it's Belletti. Pullet producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness.
Barcelona really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Davids simply refused to be outdone there.
Has been indicated.
Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Oh, this looks sharp. And that has put paid to that.
Well, the moans and groans from the...
And that will be it. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win.